What is up, car addicts? Welcome back to the series where I customize and review past DLC and OG vehicles I never got the chance to because I didn't start making car customization videos till about late 2015. As always, guys, let me know in the comments what car from late 2015 and older you want to see me customize next that I haven't done yet, and I'll display the most liked vehicle suggestion comment in the next customization video. So, in today's video, we're going to be customizing the Nero Custom, the Benny's variant. Now, I did customize the Nero Custom when originally released about 7 years ago, but that was an old video with my awful microphone quality from back then, so a lot of you guys wanted me to re-customize it for this video. So, the Nero released in December of 2016 with the Import-Export DLC update drip feed, and it's available from the Benny's website for about 1.4 million, and then of course the Benny's custom conversion cost is about 600,000 on top of that, so the Nero Custom essentially has a base price of about $2 million, which sounds expensive, but honestly, considering how expensive normal DLC looking cars are these days, I think for a Benny's Bugatti based car, it's a pretty good deal. Now, in regards to performance, the Nero Custom is a very quick and consistent supercar. It's very easy to drive with great handling that's very forgiving, putting it in top 20 for most racetracks, which is pretty impressive. Now, the regular Nero is a bit slower, having slightly less straight line speed and a little less traction. However, they're still both really close for overall performance, so really it just comes down to personal preference as to which one you prefer. Now, in terms of what the Nero Custom is based on, it's primarily based on the Bugatti Chiron Vision Gran Turismo, or Vision GT for short, which was a crazy race car concept that was made in collaboration with the game Gran Turismo, hence the name. Now, only one concept was made of this car, and it was sold for over $5 million, which is pretty crazy. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out the customization of the Nero Custom. Alright, Nero Custom, let's do it. Alright, so typical options here, we have the armor, brakes, all the good stuff. Alright, bumpers. So we have a primary colored intakes, secondary, and carbon. Now, if you're trying to replicate the real one here, I mean, it doesn't really matter what you go with because this area was kind of empty for the most part, but I think probably secondary would be the closest. Just depends on what you're trying to replicate here. I'm gonna go with secondary on mine.
Looking good. Continuing
to rear bumpers, you have a primary and then a secondary. I think the real one had a, I think it was a secondary, so we'll do that. Bumper accessories, we got the canards or canards, so you can remove them. Then you have primary and secondary. We're gonna go with the secondary there.
It's the plate.
Chassis, doors, you have the primary color detail, secondary, and carbon. I'm gonna go with the primary here. Fenders, so you can remove the vents. The real one did have the vents, so I mean I would keep those, all personal preference there. Engine block, so you got the secondary and carbon. I think the real one had the because the car was basically a primary bright blue, right, but with a secondary like blue carbon. Obviously we can't do that in GTA, so your only option is to either do a secondary like dark blue or just go with the normal, you know, black carbon. I want to go with the secondary. I think it'll look a lot better, so we'll do that. Engine tunes will max it out. Did I miss a grill option? I think no. Where's the, I think the grill option's in a separate area. Okay, engine oh, it's over here. Okay, that's weird. All right, so we'll do engine tunes. We did that. Exhaust, so the real one did have a nice quad exhaust setup. We have all the different options in here. This will probably be the closest here, the hex exhaust. I think I'll go with the carbon section just so it flows better back here. So we'll do that. Grill. Here we go. So you have primary color grill, secondary, and carbon. I'm gonna go with the secondary. Hood accessories, so you can remove the hood pins. You have flush mount and carbon. So from all the photos I've seen, the real one doesn't appear to have any hood pins. So I guess we'll do the remove option there. Looks a lot cleaner too. Hood, you can do a full carbon panel, which if you're replicating the real one, you don't want to do that, so skip that. Horn, I'll skip that. Interior, dash. So you have a suede interior and a carbon. So while the real one does have some switches and stuff in the interior, I still think personally that the stock interior is a bit closer than this like race, like, you know, full race spec interior. You know, it all comes down to personal preference and stuff, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like, oh, it also changes all this to carbon too. That's pretty sick. And that's tough. I just feel like it just, I don't know. I think that the stock interior looks a lot closer, in my opinion, than this full-on race spec interior. I think there's just too many switches and stuff going on here. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, but I'm going to stick with the stock interior here. Doors, so you can do interior race door. So, I mean, the real one did have a nice door panel with a strap, so I think that the stock one would definitely be closer. Seats, so you have different race seats here. The real one did have race seats, you know, cool racing seat. So I guess we'll go with one of the ballistic fiber ones. I think I'm gonna skip it for now until we get to the interior color, and I'll probably come back to it. Steering wheels. So the real one did have like a crazy like yoke style race car steering wheel, which we don't have as an option here. Did have crazy switches and stuff on it, so maybe the Rally Professional might be a good option here over the stock one. But, you know, it does come down to personal preference here as well. Yeah, I think I'll probably go with that one. Let's do the Rally Professional there. Light color, this one really doesn't matter. Yeah, doesn't. I think I'm just skip that. Roll cage. So the car didn't have like a visible roll cage inside, so you can probably skip this too. So yeah, I'm gonna skip that as well. Lights. So I am gonna do some xenons. The headlights were like a bluish white. You know, they weren't like full on like pure white. So I think the bluish white looks a bit better because it's like LED lights. Liveries. Okay, so the real car did have like a subtle livery on it. Some sponsors on the side, the Michelin logo as well. So we have a bunch of different options here, which I'm gonna show. So a bunch of great options there. I think the closest will be the basic livery, which I think looks fantastic. So we'll do that. Plates. I do have a GT plate, you know, Vision Gran Turismo. I think it works. I also have a Bugatti plate somewhere in here. But I think the GT plate looks a bit better. So we'll do that. GT.
Looks almost as good as you.
Respray. All right. So for this, we're going to go with a metallic. I know, it's like you're doing the same build everybody does, but it needs to be in this color. It's just something about a blue Bugatti. It just looks so good. So we'll do that. And then our secondary, the real one had a fancy blue carbon. Obviously we can't do that in GTA, but we can do a nice metallic dark blue. So we have our primary ultra blue, and then the pearls transferring over to our secondary. So what we'll do, I think, is a nice dark blue, and we get that transfer on it, which I think looks fantastic. I think I might even do, how does the midnight blue look? I think the midnight blue looks a little bit better. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. Our trim color, the interior, we're gonna do the ultra blue, just like the real one. Ultra blue, and then crumble for this car goes in the door. Well, doors. And let's see what happens with those seats, because if the seats are not blue, I don't want it. Oh, they are. Wow. Okay. So between this one and this one, I think this one's a bit closer. All right, we'll do that. Sick. All right, back to the. We did respray, now we're on to the roof accessories. You got the Truffade banner, which the real one says Bugatti, has a sun strip on it, so that is awesome. Rockstar, clearly most of the options on this car inspired by the Vision GT is so cool. So you can do a carbon roof if you want, which we're not going to do because the real one had the blue going down the center, so we'll skip that. Spoiler upgrades, so you got the carbon, mid-level wings, bunch of different options here. But the stock one is going to be the closest. Now, unfortunately, you don't get the traction benefit unless you choose one of the custom ones, which is kind of annoying. But, I mean, this thing, honestly, it's not super competitive for racing anymore as it used to be. You know, I don't really use mine anymore, so I think, you know, you're better off just putting what you like in terms of looks alone, you know, not the extra traction bonus. And the real one, definitely the closest is going to be the stock, so we'll keep that. Transmission, turbo. Wheels, the stock wheels are actually very, well, they're not that close, but it's got the same primary colored line around the edge of the wheels, or sorry, the tires. But the wheels are a bit different. The real ones were like a bright, like aluminum with a carbon barrel, very, very fancy center locking wheel. But here, you know, it's a different style. Obviously, Rockstar can't copy it exact. Now, this wheel is available in the street category. It's called the Truffade Concave, I think. There it is, yeah. So, but you can't do the blue tire line. So that's why I think that the stock one is the better option here. And windows, you can tint them if you want. The real car didn't have any tints because obviously, you know, race car. So I think we won't do the tints just so we can see that interior better as well. And that's all the options. Alright, exit to ground. Let's take it for a drive. It looks absolutely fantastic. Alright, we're in the sun. Well, the sun's kind of going away, but this color still looks pretty good. I mean, obviously you could probably get closer with a crew color, but honestly, it's not bad for utilizing the available colors we have in the game. Going to interior here. It was turned out pretty good. Got the blue line in the center too. Racing seats, a little touch of a racing steering wheel. Not bad. I'm pretty happy with this. Not bad at all. Alright, floor it. Wow. It's it is quick. It is quick, as with pretty much every Bugatti base car in the game. The adder's quick too in a straight line. Doesn't handle well, but if you want the better handling Bugatti, this is definitely a great option, even though the best handling Bugatti in the game is still the Thrax. The Thrax handles a lot better than this thing, even though I think the Thrax does have a lower top speed. I have to double check that, but this thing was the best handling Bugatti up until the Thrax came out. Very, very quick. And it's easy to drive, man, even without the extra traction bonus of having, you know, a custom spoiler. This thing, I mean, if you have like a really, really bumpy track, this thing absorbs everything. It's so smooth, very, very easy to drive, very forgiving. You know, you lose the back end and you can easily gain it back, like this, for example. I mean, you can just, and it's really stuck to the ground. It does have quite a bit of understeer, but that kind of comes with the territory of, you know, driving a all-wheel drive car. But look, I'm forcing it here, and it just, the back end doesn't want to come out. And then you can easily save it like that. It's a very forgiving car. Always love the way the Nero drives. Personally, I prefer the regular Nero a little more because of the active spoiler, and I kind of prefer that cleaner look, you know. But I mean, this is a great one too. I mean, it's really nice to just have these two side by side in a garage, which I'm sure a lot of you already do. You know, the race one and the regular one. Awesome how Rockstar did this. And you utilize bennies as well on top of that. Awesome car for sure. Alright, let's pull over and open all the doors and stuff here. A little bit of damage, but I don't think anything opens on this car except the doors. Let's see. Yeah, just the doors. The regular Nero is the same way. Okay. The racing seat in there. Not bad. What? What? What am I witnessing right now? Are you okay, my guy? Are you drunk or something? This man drove around. I mean, I know I'm blocking some areas, but geez, and then now he's just sitting there. Oh, there he goes. Right? Wow. LA traffic, am I right? Anyways, yeah, I mean, this thing's cool. I honestly, I think it's well worth its $2 million base price. Plus upgrades, you're in at what? Maybe like 2.5 mil? He broke off my door? Anyways, I think it's well worth it, honestly. I mean, all these newer cars that are normal looking DLC cars, they're well over $1 million. Even a Civic is over $1 million. I think this is worth it, you know, for like 2 mil. And the detail's great from the Vision GT. They got the antenna on the roof, the camera mirrors, the latches here. I mean, the vents. They did it right. Rockstar did it right. Awesome, awesome car. But anyways, again, guys, hope you enjoyed. Definitely let me know down below in the comments what car you want to see me customize next that I haven't done yet. And also, you know, a car you want to see me re-customize that had terrible microphone quality from back then. Thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.